Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. It is a sleepy Saturday in Arkadelphia with rain softly falling outside the confines of Bill Vining Arena, but inside these two teams are wide awake for what should be a great American Conference matchup. I'm Chase Hartzell, joined by the All-American running back Kendall Givens. And Kendall, the top 25 Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers are in town to take on a Ouachita team that's looking to get back on track. They started out with a win against Southwestern, but looking to keep the train moving now.
Yes, this Ranger basketball team has come in playing very solid. Ouachita Tigers have their work cut out for them today.
They are in the top 25 for the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, also making appearances in the top 5 in the regional rankings at this point in the season. Ouachita looking to keep moving up in the Great American Conference standings. Should be a fun matchup, a long trip for the Rangers coming all the way from Alva, Oklahoma. And Kendall, you see some of the leaders there. One of the big stories coming into this game is going to be Faith Simpson, the pride of Palisade, Nebraska.
She's pretty much been the do-it-all player for them. She had 41 points against Henderson State the other night. 44 points is her highest scoring game this far. We'll see how the Tigers can contain her tonight.
Simpson leading the team in points and rebounds, very close to averaging a double-double. And then Craig leading the way at the free throw line. You see the stats from Northwestern's matchup against Henderson State. An incredible game for Simpson. 41 and 16, a double-double to remember. On the flip side of things, Ouachita also has a top 12 scorer in the form of Lainey Mears. And then you have Grayson Fairless leading the way in boards. Lainey Mears, one of the top free throw shooters. And then you see Fairless is fresh off a double-double of her own, 15 and 12 in the win against Southwestern Oklahoma State. Well, really quick, before we introduce the starting lineups, you get a quick look at the Great American Conference standings. Southern Nazarene and Harding, unanimous top 10 teams in the country. In one poll, Southern Nazarene is the number 1 team in the country because they are the last undefeated team in Division II women's basketball. And Ouachita right there hanging on to a tournament spot, but they would love a win to solidify their place in the standings. But right now we're going to turn it over to Dr. Casey Model for the national anthem and the introduction of today's starting lineups.
This afternoon's Great American Conference contest featuring the Rangers of Northwestern Oklahoma State University against your Ouachita Tigers. At this time, we invite you to stand for our national anthem. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
Senior guard from Blackwell, Oklahoma, number 24, Paige Scott. And senior forward from Palisade, Nebraska, number 30, Faith Simpson. The head coach of the Rangers is Papa Eagle Horse. The assistant coaches are Kinsey Matterer and Randy Turney. are her girl, Casey Squires, and various female fans.
Alva, Oklahoma has been treated to some great basketball this year. The Rangers are in the top 10 in men's and women's basketball in the Great American Conference. They're in the top 3 and looking to stay that way here today for Ouachita on the fringes in both men's and women's, trying to solidify their place in the Great American Conference tournament. Should be a fun doubleheader today, and we are just about ready for tip. Lining up at midcourt will be Faith Simpson and Audrey Winfrey. Northwestern wins the tip, and we are underway at Bill Vining Arena. Shot from the corner. Off to the left side, offensive board. Driving up the lane, deflected by Joey Babel. Looked like Carly Craig was looking for Faith Simpson under the basket. And Kendall, we were talking about this before the game. Faith Simpson, the number 2 scorer in all of Division II basketball. She leads the conference. She hasn't attempted a 3 this year.
And I think that's very, very impressive, not to attempt a 3 and have 40-something points, the past 2 games. That is very impressive.
Somebody who can shoot the 3 ball, though, is Audrey Winfrey. She had the 3-pointer that sealed the deal against Southwestern Oklahoma State earlier this week. A big win for the Tigers over one of the top 4 teams in the GAC. That win helped the Tigers stay in a qualifying spot for the Great American Conference tournament. But right now, Ouachita struggling to find an opening. Size mismatch inside. Babel going to get called for a traveling violation. Tried to get that plan foot, but was unable to do so successfully. So it will be Northwestern basketball off the turnover. A bit of a long inbound there to Frame. Cross-court pass, pull up from deep, short off the left iron. Joey Babel secures the board. And now Lainey Mears taking it up for Ouachita. Audrey Winfrey waiting on her teammates to catch up. Miscommunication, but Mears is right there to help regroup. Madeline Tipton draws contact from just inside the arc. Not usually where you expect to see someone draw a foul, but that is the case for Madeline Tipton, and she's heading to the line with a chance to record today's first points.
Number 23, Madeline Tipton, is good, and she goes to the line.
Second rim's in and out, but the Tigers do have the first point of the contest. Lainey Mears looking to pass inside, and we have a loose ball foul called on the Rangers.
Subbing in for Northwestern, number 12, Samaya Adigan.
Samaya Adigan checks in as the first substitution of the game for either squad. Mears looking for a teammate, finds Fairless at the top. Ouachita taking its time, looking for the best opportunity possible. Audrey Winfrey contested, doesn't matter. And Ouachita has its first field goal of the game. Rangers looking for the equalizer from deep. It is off to the left side. Put back is going to result in contact and a foul. A familiar sight, Faith Simpson heading to the line after some aggressive play down low.
Shooting for Northwestern, number 30, Faith Simpson.
Faith Simpson, as we mentioned just a few moments ago, the number 2 scorer in all of Division II basketball. Her first shot is off the front of the rim. Originally from Palisade, Nebraska, she's averaging over 22 points a game, and she has yet to record her first point in this contest as she goes 0 for 2 from the line. Madeline Tipton looking for a teammate, finds Babel near the free throw line. Now Winfrey is driving the baseline. Fairless found near the free throw line, drives up, double coverage, and that's going to be a charge. Adigan steps in at just the right moment, and it results in a turnover for the Tigers.
That's her first personal foul. Ouachita
Well, Kendall, Washington was dominant on the boards against Southwestern Oklahoma State, a 25 board differential. But in that game, they did commit quite a few turnovers.
Yes, and against Northwest, a team like this, you can't commit turnovers. They lead the conference in scoring, and they have the #1 scorer in the country as far as Division II women's basketball goes. You can't turn the ball over against these girls.
Lainey Mears is someone who can score in a hurry as well. Her first triple is on target. And we've got our first timeout of the contest. Northwestern wanting to talk things over. As they do that, we're going to take a break ourselves. 7:25 remaining in the first quarter of play. Your score, Washita 6, Northwestern nothing. We'll be back with more Tiger basketball after this timeout.
At Taylor King Law, we understand that being injured can be a stressful and overwhelming experience.
And that's why we're here to help you every step of the way.
As your dedicated legal team, we'll stand by your side when you're being ignored.
We'll be on your side to fight for the compensation you deserve.
Don't let the insurance companies intimidate you. Let us go to work for you.
Call us today and let us help you get back on the road to recovery.
On your side, by your side. When you've been injured, we're here for you.
I've heard people say, "Oh, a cheetah."
Oh, Wichita.
Achita.
Oh, a cheetah.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. You're going to get another look here at some excellent transition offense from Washita. Last shot before the break was a triple from Lainey Mears. That gave the Tigers a 6-0 lead. Northwestern still looking for its first points of the contest. Not what you expect to see from one of the most electric offenses, not only in the GAC, but in the country. That'll get it going, as Talea Thomas has the first 2 points of the game for the Rangers. We'll see if Washita can get those points back. Lainey Mears swings it over to Joey Babel. Babel, a slasher, not known for her three-point ability, but is not afraid to go into size mismatches. Case in point, floater from the line. Northwestern still trying to establish itself offensively. The field goal from Thomas helped. Backdoor cut, and that is going to be another basket. This one for Frame. Lainey Mears tripped up. No foul, though. And now here come the Rangers in transition. Frame looking to strike again. She kicks it out for three. Off the back iron. Desperately trying to save it, but Joey Babel comes away with the basketball. Looking to go coast to coast. And she's going to be called for the travel. Lots of substitutions here for the Tigers. Abby Harrison, as well as Brooke Smith and Grayson Williams checking in for Washita. Tegan Jones passes it off to Carly Craig. Looking for the pass inside. It's taken away by Abby Harrison. Northwestern taking it right back in transition. Here comes Peyton Jones. She kicks it to the corner. Shot for three. That one short to the right side. Grayson Williams kicks it over to Joey Babel. Babel looking for Brooke Smith under the basket, but it is stolen away by Faith Simpson. A lot of turnovers early in this contest. Craig looking to help her offense settle in. Now it's Simpson, tightly guarded by Harrison. She's looking to post up, double coverage, and that allows for the basket by Tegan Jones. Kendall, that was great court recognition there by Simpson.
Absolutely. I don't think doubling her this early is the best option for our team right now. I think we need to contain everybody else And let her do her and contain everybody else.
Well, Washita showing it can do the back cut as well. Credit the basket to Abby Harrison, and Washita's lead back up to 4. Northwestern was held scoreless for nearly 4 minutes to open up the contest. But since then, they've scored 3 different baskets. Bit of a mismatch with Brooke Smith trying to catch up. Simpson double covered, and we got a turnover. Samantha Watson bringing the ball up the floor for Washita. She had a remarkable game against Henderson State a couple weeks ago. Career high 17 points. And what proved to be an instant classic, the Tigers just falling short in that game. Madeline Tipton tried to pull up from mid-range, found Harrison under the basket. And that's about the only even size match you're going to see today for Faith Simpson. Simpson and Harrison both standing at 6'2", so should be a fun one-on-one between those two players. And we do have a foul called on the other end of the floor.
Foul on the Tigers, number 45, Brooke Smith. First personal foul. Subbing in for Northwestern, number 15, Kyle Orange. Subbing out number 30, Faith Simpson. Shooting for Northwestern, number 21.
So heading to the line will be Peyton Jones. Hometown hero, junior from Alva, Oklahoma, misses her first shot. Kendall, Alva's had a lot to cheer for this year in basketball on the women's side of things. Currently a top 25 team in the country, top 5 in the Central region. And then on the men's side of things, they're right there at the top of the pack too for the GAC. Looks like we have a clock issue.
In for the Tigers, number 22, Lady Mears.
It has been resolved, and Lady Mears is going to check in for Madeline Tipton. Watson finds Mears from deep. It's short. Grayson Williams, good job recovering the ball on the offensive board. Got a kick ball violation as Mears was double teamed. Fortunately for Washita, the kick ball violation allows the Tigers to retain possession. Inbound to Williams. Trying to maintain that pivot foot, and she does so successfully. Mears going to be called for the traveling violation. Would have been a triple. Kendall, that's something that we've seen particularly in the last couple of weeks. Trying to do that jab step, you have to be really careful because the officials are going to call it if it's not executed properly.
And they've been paying attention. They've been paying attention really, really closely to that. And it's not just been our team. It's also been the boys' game as well.
Something that the officials are really picking up on this year. Northwestern pass inside, deflected away. Credit the steal to Audrey Winfrey, although Samantha Watson does have control of the ball. Babel, baseline J, nothing but net. Washita applying some pressure and forcing a mistake. And Kendall, that time it looked like Carly Craig just had her eyes on the other side of the floor, didn't realize that the ball was slipping away.
Let's see if Washita can keep this pressure up. This is what needs to go on for the rest of the game. And it'll be hard to keep it up for the rest of the game, but if the Washita wants to win, it has to go on.
Babel in the corner, finds Winfrey at the top. She's going to kick it to Samantha Watson. Babel finds her way through for the left-handed finish. Traffic was tighter than I-30 on rush hour. It didn't matter for the guard. But Northwestern does find a way to respond. Now a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Joey Babel again maneuvering. She finds Winfrey in the corner. Looking to find Watson in the middle of the lane. It was deflected, but the Tigers retain possession. Now the drive by Winfrey stolen away by Peyton Jones. She's going to take it herself. Will she try to go coast to coast? Yes. And she draws a foul in the process. It is a shooting foul, so the junior from Alba will go back to the line. You can see that Babel was just trying to stay straight up, and when you're running to the side like that, it's really hard to try and not initiate contact.
You know, before the game, we were talking about how many free throws Northwestern, how many free throws they've attempted this season, and it is insane. That's a lot of the reason that they win a lot of their ball games, score a lot of their points. They're getting to that foul line, and they're making their free throws.
Absolutely, Kendall. The game can often be won and lost at the free throw line. Ouachita hasn't gotten to the charity stripe much today, but they've counteracted that with strong play from the field. However, turnovers have been a little bit of an issue, as they have been in previous games, and Northwestern cannot capitalize now. Second chance opportunity results in a charge. Babel in the right spot at the right time, and it'll result in a turnover. That's already the second foul of the game for Faith Simpson, and that'll be something to watch because she is the leading scorer for the Rangers.
And Chase, I don't know if you remember last year when they came to town, she also fouled out. She was in foul trouble and ended up fouling out the game. So hopefully we can keep her in foul trouble and have her result in a foul out.
She is going to sit out likely for the remainder of the first quarter to avoid more foul trouble. Grayson Fairless, meanwhile, with another good post move to extend the Tigers' lead. Another miscommunication, and Kendall, it hasn't just been the Tigers struggling with the turnovers. The Rangers have had a few issues as well.
Subbing in for Northwestern, number 4, Talia Thomas. Subbing out number 1, Carly Craig.
Lainey Mears trying to maintain that pivot foot and does so. Tipton, pass inside to Fairless. Double teamed, draws contact but no foul. Northwestern on the other end of the floor looking to cut into the deficit before the quarter's in. Just about 5 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Looking to drive. Good ball movement there resulting in 2 from Nakaya Orange. Tigers will likely hold for the final basket of the quarter. Babel takes it up herself, kicks it out to Williams. Williams just going to have to throw it up. Misses to the right, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. Ouachita leading the number 8 team in the land, 18-13 at the end of one quarter. You're watching Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound, yeah.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of, they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Chase Hartzell joined by Kendall Gibbons, and Ouachita currently leading the number 18 team in the country, 18-13. Shot 80% as a team in the first quarter. That percentage going to drop a bit here with a miss from mid-range. Does bounce out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. And Kendall, that's not to say that it was a flawless quarter, because the Tigers did commit 9 turnovers, but on the flip side of things, the Rangers committing 8.
And here's another one, or at least almost another one. I think Ouachita's been playing solid. They've been playing really, really well on the defensive end. Let's see if we can turn those turnovers into points.
Well, Kendall, the term is more so applied to football, but I think you can apply it to basketball as well. Ouachita has had a lot of ball hawks today.
Absolutely.
Going for those turnovers.
Subbing in for Northwestern number 5, Zena Frank, number 1, Carter Craig. Subbing in number 24, Paige Scott. And number 4, Talia Thomas. Tigers number 2, Audrey Winfrey. Checking out number 23, Madeline Tipton.
Samantha Watson being guarded by Carly Craig. Looking for a pass inside. There's a bit of a collision, and Northwestern comes away with the turnover. Ouachita now into double digits in turnovers with just 1 minute gone in the second quarter of play. Craig swings it. Jones almost loses it, but is able to maintain control. Meanwhile, a strong finish. Credit the points to Samaya Adigan. Winfrey's shot is short, was on line. Meanwhile, Ouachita with another opportunity. Mears, she's going to miss as well. Will the third time be the charm for Ouachita? Fairless does draw contact, so she's headed to the line.
As her first personal foul. Subbing in for Ouachita, number 23, Madeline Tipton. Subbing out number 22, Lady Mears. And for Northwestern, number 20, Tegan Jones. To the line for the Tigers, number 20, Grayson Fairless.
The sophomore misses her first shot, and if you're thinking she was a different number earlier this week, you're not seeing things. For the pink jerseys, Grayson Fairless wears number 5. But in the traditional jerseys, she does wear number 20. She goes 0 for 2 from the line in this opportunity. Northwestern looking to cut into the lead even further, perhaps even take it away completely. Samantha Watson, a bit over-aggressive on defense. She will be charged with a foul.
Foul on the Tigers, number 10, Samantha Watson.
And speaking of Samantha Watson, you know, typically she's not a scorer. Last game she, you know, found a way to score 14 points, which is, you know, big and one of the biggest reasons why the Tigers came up with the win.
Certainly finding her footing on the offensive side of the ball here in her sophomore campaign. Double coverage inside, Tigers applying plenty of pressure. Drive up the middle. There were 3 Tigers in the lane, and a foul is drawn.
Blocking foul on the Tigers, number 13, Joey Babel.
Joey Babel will officially be charged with the foul.
Personal foul, Ouachita's second team foul here. Shooting for Northwestern, number 5, Josie Frank.
Frame's first shot is offline.
Eventually.
The background, you can hear the Ouachita Tiger cheer and dance teams trying to distract Frame at the line. But the distraction does not pay off this time. It's nothing but net for the senior guard out of Kinsley, Kansas. Plenty of representation from all over the Midwest in this Northwestern team. Babel looking for an inbound, finds Watson. Meanwhile, Craig with some aggressive defense, double teamed. Craig's in the wrong place at the wrong time, takes a shot right to the forehead, and she's going to be charged with a foul as well.
Foul the Rangers number 1, Carly Craig. That's her first personal foul.
Watson swings it over to Babel. She's going to go all the way across the court to Tipton. Shot from 3, nothing but net. Lenny Mears isn't the only guard from Bologna who knows the 3 ball. And now Northwestern looking for an answer on the other end. Left-hand finish won't go for Tegan Jones. Now Babel on the other end pulls up from mid-range, rims in and out. Not a friendly roll for the sophomore guard. Abby Harrison, good defense inside, and she forces the miss. Ouachita, quick in transition. Watson with the left-handed finish. And Ouachita's lead swells up to 7. Ouachita continuing to play strong defense against the number 18 team in the country. An opening here for Craig, though, and she capitalizes. A triple for the junior from Blanchard, Oklahoma. Madeline Tipton says right back at you. Her second triple in the last couple minutes. Craig says right back at you as well. 3 straight triples. And the 3-point shootout will briefly be paused with this timeout from the Ouachita Tigers. With 6:25 remaining in the second quarter of play, your score, Ouachita 26, number 18, Northwestern Oklahoma State 22. You're watching Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. You're getting a glimpse at the 3-point shootout that's been transpiring between Carly Craig and Madeline Tipton as of late. In the last few seconds, Kendall, we've seen 3 straight makes between these 2 young women.
And, it's interesting to see how Northwestern will respond without Faith Simpson on the court. And speaking of Madeline Tipton, she is averaging 16 points a game in her last 4 games, and in the last 9 games, she's averaging 15. So getting her going is big for us, but also containing everybody else while Faith Simpson is out of the game. That'll be big for us on the defensive end.
Madeline Tipton did miss a good portion of the early season due to injury. Did arrive back in time for conference play and has just gotten stronger as the season goes along. Northwestern forcing a turnover, now in transition. Looking to drive the left side. Going to opt for a reset. Jones spinning against Mears. Mears, known for her shooting ability, but also a strong defender. Looking for the backdoor cut. There's a tie-up for the ball, and we've got a jump ball. Fortunate turn of events for the Rangers as the possession arrow was pointing their way. There you can see the Tigers cutting quickly. Harrison and Mears both going after that basketball. Faith Simpson still on the bench, facing some foul trouble. And now we've got another foul called. This one's going to be called on Abby Harrison of Ouachita. That's her first personal foul of the game. Craig looking for a teammate off the inbound. Does find a teammate in the form of Orange. Nakia Orange swings it over. Good move inside. Can't finish with the right hand. Washita taking it the other way. Thomas guarding Mears. Turns into double coverage. Tipped in, open in the corner. Looking for the hat trick, couldn't get it, but Abby Harrison secures the offensive rebound. It is deflected towards the end of the play. Last touch by a Ranger. Madeline Tipton taking the inbound. Looking for Winfrey under the basket. Pretty post cut. And she's got the lead back up to 6 for the Tigers. Drive up the lane, and Frame is going to draw a foul.
Foul on the Tigers, number 23, Madeline Tipton. It's her first personal foul. Shooting for Northwestern, number 5, Jesse Craig.
Frame's first shot at the line will go. And it's a perfect 2-for-2 trip to the line. Officially at the halfway point in the second quarter of play. And Washita still holding on to the lead. Mears going to get called for the travel. Craig finds Jones. She's going to pass it off to Frame. Now Frame going to try and drive again. Draws contact, but no foul. Winfrey secures the board. Now we've got another traveling violation called on the Tigers. That should take us to the media timeout, waiting on the official indication. And it looks like we won't have it here. Thomas swings it over. Frame finding Craig in the corner. Another foul called here on Abby Harrison. And that is going to prompt the re-entry of Grayson Fairless. So now Nakia Orange sinks her first shot.
Chase, we were talking about free throws just a few minutes ago, and this Ranger basketball team has found their way back into this basketball game just down 2 points because of free throws.
Fairless again finding the mismatch inside, and now she'll go to the line for 2. And Kendall, that's a movie we've seen a few times today. The Tigers have been able to draw out the defenders a little bit and then make a good cut inside for a basket or to draw a foul, as was the case here.
We just got to keep it going. Getting to the foul line is big for us against a team who scores a lot of points, and easy points come at that free throw line. We just have to finish at the free throw line.
Washita has struggled at the line today, shooting 25% as a team, and that number is going to drop. Northwestern hasn't been perfect, shooting 67% as a unit from the charity stripe. Orange doesn't get the right spin on it, and it will result in Tiger basketball. Mears for 3, rims in and out. Both teams have been treated unkindly by the rim in the last few minutes. Northwestern, after that last foul, is in the bonus, so we'll see if they try to draw a foul on the floor. Jones passes it inside. Lots of traffic. Scramble for the ball. Last touched by Northwestern. Samantha Watson checking back in for Ouachita.
Also coming in for Ouachita, number 24, Grayson Williams. Sitting down number 2, Archer Winfrey.
And the Tigers going to keep holding on to that lead they've had for the last 15 minutes of game time. Kick to the corner. Watson driving the baseline, stolen away by Frame. Ouachita almost stealing it back, but it will result in a foul called on Joey Babel. Babel, an aggressive defender, and it has resulted in her third personal foul. Unfortunately for Ouachita, it is also the bonus for the Rangers. Josina Frame's first shot sunk without any trouble. Rangers not committed to the offensive rebound, and that is because Frame isn't perfect yet again. 2 for 2 from the line. Just goes to show the trust that the Rangers have in their senior guard, and she comes through. Just like that, the Tigers' lead has evaporated. And almost another turnover there for the Tigers. Both teams in double digits for turnovers as we see Micah Russell check into the game for Ouachita. Madeline Tipton also re-entering for Ouachita. Madeline Tipton looking to drive. She kicks it out to Russell in the corner. The Sunnyvale native driving, kicks it out to Mears. Trying to create space, and Tipton finds a way up and over the defender. Not an easy shot by any means, but the Valonia native making it look effortless. Once again, just a 2-point lead for Ouachita. Northwestern looking for its first lead of the day. Can't secure it here. Ouachita opened this game on a 6-0 run. Micah Russell pulls up from the mid-range. Freshman's on the board with her first basket of the day. Carly Craig pulls up from just inside the arc, rattles around, and she gets the shooter's roll. Tipton, backdoor pass to Grayson Fairless, can't connect. That'll be turnover number 15 of the half for Ouachita. Golden opportunity for the Rangers to tie the game or even take the lead for the first time this afternoon. Here's the shot from the corner. Thomas can't get it to go. And we've got a foul called on the Rangers. We'll see what the call is. On a rebound, you're usually going to see over the back. Looked like Frame got part of Lainey Mears' arm, and that is where the foul was called. Madeline Tipton kicks it out to Russell. Russell with the triple. can't get it to go. Rebound by Orange. Rangers. Shot from just beyond the arc is off to the right side. But here's the putback on the second chance opportunity. Credit the points to Talea Thomas. Shot from deep from Tipton, off to the right side. The Rangers with a chance to take the lead for the first time in the game. Going coast to coast, and it results in a charge. Perfect placement by Madeline Tipton. And we've got a bench warning called on Northwestern's side. It's not a stretch to say that the reaction to that call was hostile. Shot from half court ends up hitting the Raptors, and that brings an exciting first half to a close. With 20 minutes in the books, your score, Ouachita 32, and number 18, Northwestern Oklahoma State 32. We'll be back with more exciting Tiger basketball action after this break. You're watching Tiger basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, bats and signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, bats and signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, bats and sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
And welcome back, folks, to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. My name is Isaac Bourne, and I'm here joined by my co-host, Brody Kriegel. Excuse me, Brody. And we're going to give you guys a couple halftime stats just to get you updated on this game before we send it back to Chase for the second half. So, Brody, the biggest story of the day so far has to be the exclusion of Faith Simpson, only playing 6.5 minutes so far, no points, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. You know, how has that affected this Southwestern Oklahoma State offense, at the half right now?
Coming into this game, Wazoo was one of the top scoring teams in the GAC, and her lack of playing time has definitely affected the points. Like, we've seen Ouachita keep a lead and keep a tie so far throughout this half, and really just a lot of small mental errors on the Rangers side of things, and it's because of that Ouachita was able to keep good control of the game there in the first half.
And for the Lady Raiders, Nikia Orange has been playing most of the minutes at the 5, and she has 4 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. But you can be sure that the Northwestern Oklahoma State is severely missing their star center out of Nebraska. But if you look over on OBU's side, you see Madeline Tipton with 9 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. She has been dangerous from deep, leading almost all scorers at the half. Carly Craig of the Lady Raiders has 10, but leading Ouachita in scoring with 9. How is her impact in the second half going to help the Lady Tigers pull away in this game?
Really, it's kind of like what you just said, by making those big points, making those key plays. That's been the difference, and although it's a tied ball game, we could tell from the first half who was really in control and who wasn't. Something that I will say about both sides is that in the first half, Ouachita was doing good from both field goals and 3 points, But when we got to the second quarter, we saw that drop drastically. For Nwasu, on the other hand, it was the opposite story. Struggled in the first quarter, but stepped it up better in the second quarter. If you're Northwestern, you want to come out into the second half and just really improve every quarter and just try to get those points, and also try to get Faith Simpson in more, as her absence has affected her team in the worst way that they could have thought of.
Another thing affecting the Lady Tigers has to be the turnover battle. The Lady Raiders, with a pretty bad 11 turnovers, are actually leading the turnover battle today, as the Lady Tigers have turned the ball over 15 times. And so if the Lady Tigers do want to come out with this win here, they're going to have to drop down on the turnovers. But if the Lady Raiders want to win this game, they need to exploit the turnovers and the mistakes from the Lady Tigers. And they were not able to do that as much as they typically do. While the Lady Raiders do lead the conference in scoring and they're second in defense, which is the big thing here, they just have been unable to score points off the turnovers despite 8 steals in the half.
One other thing I'd like to talk about is how Ouachita women's team has done this for the past 2 games. Last game, they won the rebound battle by a lot, with about 58 rebounds, if I remember correctly, and although they're not at 58 rebounds, they still continue to lead the rebound battle here today. And that's something that Northwestern needs to change in the second half.
And a win here for the Lady Tigers would give them their second straight win against a top GAC team, and that would be big for their playoff hopes, sitting at 6-9 on the season in conference play, just barely in the playoff battle right now, as SAU is 5-10 on the season in the conference. So this game is pretty crucial for the Lady Tigers if they want to, have playoff hopes to send themselves to Fire Lake Arena in Oklahoma in just a couple weeks from now. But, I think if I'm the Lady Tigers here, I'm thinking of this game as one of the most crucial games, but also you think of every game as crucial. Is that right, Brody?
You do. Whether you're playing the #1 team in the country or playing the team that's ranked dead last in your conference, no game has more importance than the other. You want to treat every game fairly and be competitive and just bring it all the time. And so far, that's what it seemed like Ouachita's mentality has been. Coming in here against the #18 team in the country, 20 wins, only 3 losses all season. This Ouachita women's team, a team that was on a 5-game losing streak not too long ago, has looked like a totally different basketball team in this week.
And here at Bill Vining Arena, we will hope to see more of that unstoppable force that the Lady Tigers have brought since the last game in just a couple minutes. So we will take a little bit of a break here and then send it back to Kendall and Chase for the second half. But this has been Isaac Bourne and Brody Kriegel. Thank you guys so much for watching our halftime show, and we will see you guys later here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game,
we never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
My nail tech knows how to keep it a little secret. I don't wish for my success, I speak it. I caught a buzz and you did too, but you tweaking. I look like I've been getting money, how reeking. You smell me, that's LV.
I knew I would be undersized, and I would be in the minority in a lot of areas. I had my AAU coaches constantly telling me that and telling me that work ethic had to always outbeat because you're going to be smaller, you're going to be like probably the shortest one on the court in most areas.
I'm super hard on myself, so if I do get low, it's about myself. You know, when momentum is going in our way, I don't let that get in my head and get a big head. I like to just stay calm. I need people that like to get hype, I guess, but you also need the people that can keep everyone level and keep everybody else calm too.
I think sacrifice is putting your ego and your pride aside for someone else. And so I think that was like the hardest thing that I've had to do, being on this team, was just to accept my role and to understand that every role in a team is important and that no one's less than someone else just because they might not get 20 minutes on the court or score a bunch of threes. So
I was never the best player, and I always, 8th and 9th grade, I kind of sat the bench. 10th grade, even getting to high school, I sat the bench a lot, and so it just really motivated me to just keep working and keep getting better, and to just, I had my own journey, and I knew that everyone has their different journeys, and it's just been cool to see myself get better year after year, and now be good enough to play at the college level.
My identity, because a lot of people see me as a basketball player, and sometimes I let that affect me, and I gotta realize that I'm also just a normal human being and a person. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I face. Threes. Shoot the three. Shoot the pull up, everything offense.
Close and they let it go while I reload. TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, they she down low, 3-point stands. I'm back there doing jack dance
Thank you to Isaac Edwards for that great piece there, a love for the game. Right now, Ouachita's loving this matchup right now because the Tigers are tied up with the number 18 team in the country. And Kendall, you take a look at some of those stats. It wasn't a perfect first half for the Tigers, plenty of turnovers to speak of, but also they forced turnovers, and not only that, despite turning the ball over more, they created more off of turnovers from the opposing team.
And see, that is what we talked about before the game. Scoring the ball whenever you get an opportunity against the number one scoring team in the conference, that is big. Holding those girls to 32 points at halftime. I don't know if any other team in the country, not even the country, but the conference, I don't know if any other team in the conference have done that yet.
Ouachita leading in just about every category right now besides that turnover margin and, of course, the score. For Ouachita, making more of those field goal opportunities. They've also been better from three. But Northwestern, you also have to be wary because if those shots do start to fall, unlike they did in the first half, the Rangers can start piling up the points in a hurry.
Yeah, and if I'm Ouachita, I don't want to get too comfortable. I kind of want to stay even keel here, turn up the pressure against Henderson State. Henderson State led that entire game, and Northwest found a way to come back and beat those girls by 8 points, I believe. So if I'm Ouachita, I want to keep the pressure up, cause those turnovers. Faye Simpson is back in this game, contain her, get her in foul trouble, and let's pile on the points.
Faith Simpson does return to the floor to start out the second half. Ouachita will open up with possession because the Rangers won the opening tip. And Lainey Mears, the junior from Bologna, set to inbound. She finds Joey Babel, and we are back underway at Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita shot 30% as a team from 3 in the first half, but shot nearly 60% from the field as a whole. So definitely making the most of those high percentage looks. Mears driving the baseline, gets the double team, and Fairless finds her way in for 2. Simpson wanting to get a measure of revenge here. Got the height advantage. Makes a post move, can't finish the first time, can't finish the second, and Ouachita comes away with the board. Strong defense against the 6'2 forward. Now Madeline Tipton fakes the jump shot and finds the high percentage look for Grayson Fairless. Plenty of unselfishness here in the early part of the second half, and because of that, Northwestern wants to talk things over, Kendall. It seems like the Tigers have the Rangers a little bit rattled.
Absolutely, and coming out of the half, that is what we talked about. The Tigers keeping on that pressure, the Tigers piling on the points. 4-point lead right here. Let's see if we can keep it going in the second half.
Grayson Fairless does have the first 4 points of this second half of play. She's been one of the leading scorers today for the Tigers. As we take a look at the splits, she's currently tied for second on the team with 6 points, trailing only Madeline Tipton with 9. Joey Babel also having a share of second place with 6 points. But that's the thing too, Kendall. Even though the Tigers have 36 points at this point, it hasn't been just one player. Nobody has double digits up to this point, but when you look down the list, 8 different players have scored of the 10 that have stepped on the floor.
And I think that's been the difference in this game. You know, last game with Northwestern against Henderson State, Faith Simpson had 41 points and everybody else had 7 or 8 points. Our last game versus Southwestern, we had maybe 4 or 5 players in double figures. That helps us a lot getting buckets from everybody else on the team.
Frame to Jones, now looking for Simpson, posting up with the right-handed finish, can't get it to go. Tigers making it difficult for the star forward, and we'll see if they can capitalize by adding on to the lead. Double team results in a turnover for the Tigers. A not-so-sweet 16th turnover of the game for Ouachita. Craig looking to find a teammate inside. Step just inside the arc. It's short off the front iron. Simpson draws the foul and sinks the bucket for an and one opportunity.
That is her second personal foul. Ouachita's first team foul of the period. Basket by Northwestern's number 30. Simpson is good.
Now we'll see if she can capitalize. Rims in and out. It's been a struggle today. She's 0 for 3 at the line. Tipton pulling up from long range. Tried to bank it, but didn't have quite enough. Mears going to drive. Looking for that backdoor pass. Can't find Fairless. It's stolen away. The Rangers looking for the equalizer, or perhaps looking to take the lead for the first time in this game. We do have a foul called off the ball that will be charged to Grayson Fairless. Already her second personal foul, to have her third of the game. So now Ouachita with a player in foul trouble. Babel and Fairless both have 3 personal fouls. Meanwhile, Simpson sinks the equalizer to bring us even at 36 all. Babel finds Winfrey. Mears almost thought about pulling up from the nose of the Tiger. Madeline Tipton's going to pull up with her third triple of the game. First Tiger into double digits today. Tipton's got 12. Northwestern does get a couple back off the shot by Paige Scott. Babel finding space, pulls up from the free throw line and sinks the jump shot to bring the lead back to 3. Ouachita locked in offensively. Northwestern getting there. Shot from the corner. Rattles around, gets the shooter's roll, and Frame has tied us up once again at 41 all. Fairless draws contact and the foul. She'll be heading to the line for 2. The foul will be charged to Samaya Adegan. Lots of substitutions for the Tigers as Brooke Smith, Grayson Williams, and Abby Harrison will check in. Actually, Harrison's going to have to wait because she's checking in for Fairless. First shot is nothing but net. Fairless, a former Mina Bearcat, goes 2 for 2 at the line. Adegan, backdoor pass, finds the hands of Faith Simpson as she finishes with the left hand to tie us up once again. Miscommunication, and now a golden opportunity for the Rangers. In transition, that's Craig. No foul call. All legal contact, and the Tigers can breathe a sigh of relief, at least for the time being. Babel tried to go coast to coast, but cannot sink it. Scramble for the ball. Brooke Smith pulls up from just inside the free throw line, bounces around, can't get the right spin on it. Now we've got a blocking foul called on the baseline. Everybody finally getting a chance to catch their breath after a back and forth chain of events. Foul is going to be called on Frame. That's her 3rd personal. Smith finding Mears in the corner, hand in her face, rims in and out. Harrison, meanwhile, is going to draw the charge.
Chase, I don't know about you, but it seems like we're a little scrambled right now. We're a bit rattled. We just need to slow down and get a hold of ourselves. I mean, the good thing is we're tied in this ball game against the number 18 team in the country. You couldn't ask for a better scenario right now.
Still anybody's ball game, as you said, Kendall, but both teams seem to be working with a frenetic pace. Northwestern maybe trying to slow the pace down a bit, working deliberately, trying to find the best look possible, but Ouachita is swarming to the ball. Shot thrown up. Simpson, strong offensive board, and for the first time today, Northwestern has the lead. Ouachita has struggled a little bit from the field as of late, making only one of their last 4 field goals. Looking for a backdoor pass. It results in a kick ball, so it does stay with Ouachita. A couple of substitutions as Audrey Winfrey checks in for Ouachita. And checking in for Northwestern will be number 20, Tegan Jones, and number 21, Peyton Jones. That takes us to our first media timeout of the second half, and for that we're going to send it over to our sideline reporter, Brody Kriegel. Brody, what do you have?
Thank you, Chase. I'd like to put a player spotlight on sophomore guard from Valonia, Arkansas, Madeline Tipton. Although her season average is currently 11 points per game, in the last 4 games, she's averaged nearly 17. And her presence here today and in the last game when we were here on Thursday She has continued to be a scoring machine, providing lots and lots of offensive firepower here for the Ouachita Tigers. That's all I got. Back to you, Chase.
Thank you, Brody. And Kendall, he's right. Madeline Tipton has been a standout player today. 12 points in this contest. 9 of those 12 points have come via the three-pointer. She's a big reason why Ouachita is still in this contest right now. The Tigers just relinquishing the lead for the first time today. It just goes to show you how strong this performance has been. Northwestern currently enjoying its first lead of the game. The Rangers are the favorites entering today's contest as the number 18 team in Division II. They're also towards the top of the conference in the GAC, currently in the top 3 behind number 1 Southern Nazarene and number 10 Harding. Williams driving, block foul, and count the bucket. Everybody was holding their breath there waiting to see what the ruling would be. Frame just couldn't get set in time, and now Grayson Williams has her first points of the game and a chance to take the lead with this and one opportunity.
Grayson Williams.
The junior from McKinney, Texas, helps the Tigers take back the lead. Also worth mentioning, too, that Frame is in foul trouble. She's up to 4 personal fouls on the game, so she has checked out at this juncture. Meanwhile, Northwestern responding with a 3. Williams swings it over to Tipton. Tipton 50% from 3 today, looking for the pass inside. It's stolen away. Intended target was Audrey Winfrey. Craig just going to step back and take the 3 herself. Will not go. Another chance for Ouachita to even the game up, maybe even take the lead. Kick to the corner. Tipton tries to keep it alive, but she cannot do so successfully as she steps on the line. That's going to be another turnover for the Tigers.
In for the Tigers, number 22, Megan Mears. Subbing out number 23, Madeline Tipton.
Northwestern enjoying a 2-point lead, the largest lead, I should say, of the day for the Rangers. But Ouachita has a chance to at least tie the game right here. Watson kicks it out to Mears. Mears, deep 3. It's no trouble for the guard from Bologna. Got a traveling violation as Faith Simpson dragged her foot after getting set. It will be Ouachita basketball. Mears, tightly guarded, is going to find a teammate in the form of Williams, who's being guarded by Craig. Watson sends it to Harrison, who's posting up. Strong effort, but can't get it to go. Williams throws it up, gets just the right spin on it, and the bench is going to erupt. Kendall, we're going to have to go back and take a look at that one, but I think it hit the bottom part of the rim and then found a way to roll up and over.
That's a crazy shot right there, Chase.
Not exactly what you'd call a high percentage look, but Williams, the odds were in her favor. We're going to get another look, and it's tough to tell from that angle, but it did have a spin where it went up and over the top. That's one that Williams is going to save for her highlight reel as we take another look. Long pass, shot from deep. was online but was too short. Would have tied up the game. Instead, the Tigers have a chance to pad on to its lead. Washita, shot from Williams from mid-range, and she's on fire right now. The former ULM Warhawk has the lead up to 5 for Washita. Jones going to attempt another 3, and again, coming away empty-handed. There you can see the deep 3 from Blaney Mears. It's tough to tell from that angle, Kendall, but she was about as deep as the nose of the Tiger logo there in mid-court. That's a long shot, but Blaney Mears made it look like a routine jumper. Same case here. Mears on fire from deep. When she gets going, she's tough to stop. Craig is going to draw the foul on the other end, but those last few shots for Washita has the Tigers lead up to 8. Going to get another look here. This one was from the logo, in between. Looked like it was in between the T and the A, if not between the I and the T.
I don't know many people able to shoot that shot as consistent as she is, man. She's a joy to watch shooting that 3 ball.
Certainly not anybody that you want to leave open at any spot on the floor. Mears going to kick it inside to Fairless. Miscommunication results in a turnover, number 22 of the game for Washita. That is where Northwestern holds an advantage. They've been able to limit the turnovers here in the second half of play. Just 2 turnovers as a team in the entire quarter, but that number is going to swell with the steal from Babel, and Babel finishes with the left hand. Washita's lead now tied for its largest of the day at 9. Jones driving left hand, untouched, finds a way to the bucket for 2. Now Williams going to slow it down a little bit. Tigers can afford to burn the clock here as they look for the final shot of the quarter. Mears swings it to the corner. Winfrey, baseline J, beats the buzzer, but it will not go off the left iron. That's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Washita putting the Northwest Rangers on upset alert. Your score, OBU 58, Northwestern 51. You're watching Tiger Basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Chase Hartzell joined by Kendall Givens, and you did just see a replay there. That was actually the officials taking a look back at that last play of the quarter, wanted to look things over. Kendall, we are doing a little bit of double duty today because although we are bringing this game to fans' homes and wherever they're watching, we're also serving as the replay crew for today's game.
Yes, that is always a duty that we have to obtain. But talking about this third quarter, we shot 60% from the threes. 60% from the three. That is major. We need to continue that. Lainey Mears came up big with a couple of those three-point baskets. Let's get Madeline Tippins back in the game. She's back in it. Let's see if we can get it back going.
Okay, so I did just get an indication that we've got a dead ball foul on it's a technical foul for number 24 on Northwestern, so that is going to be Paige Scott. You can see they're going to talk things over with Coach Robert Dallimore. Bit of an unusual place to see a technical foul at the end of the quarter, so we're going to see how they sort this out. With a technical foul, you got to have the free throws in the possession. Because he just threw the ball right at the face of Grayson Fairless. So Tasha Dieselhorst talking things over with the official, trying to get clarification. Although the camera tells the story right there from the baseline. Good catch there by Rovell Carter.
Subbing in for Ouachita, number 22, Lainey Mears. Subbing in number 23, Madeline Tipton.
So it's going to be an off-ball technical. That means that Lainey Mears is going to get a chance to shoot two for Ouachita. Kendall, you usually don't see free throws with 10 minutes still remaining on the clock, but that is something that you're getting to see today. Mears is perfect, 2 for 2 at the line. It is going to be Ouachita basketball. That's another thing that's different, is that Northwestern would typically get the ball to open up the final quarter of play. However, because of that technical foul, Ouachita gets possession as well. So a costly mistake by Scott, as Ouachita has a chance to add on even further. Audrey Winfrey capitalizing. It's a triple for the former Lake Hamilton Wolf, and Ouachita's lead is up to a dozen. Backdoor pass stolen away by Lainey Mears. Trying to keep control of it. Finds Babel. She's going to kick it all the way across to Winfrey. Make it back-to-back triples, not this time. Carly Craig swings it over. Now a chance for Simpson under the basket. Double team. Fade away is perfect. Simpson overcoming the numbers mismatch to make this a 10-point game once again. Mears from deep. Last touch by Northwestern Oklahoma State, going after the board. Babel spinning, right hand finish. It was the right setup, just couldn't get it to go. But Kendall, that's how you overcome a size mismatch there in the post.
She usually makes those shots. That's just an unfortunate basket right there, but she usually makes those.
Babel, no stranger to being an underdog. One of the smaller players on the floor, and she has earned the playing time that she has gotten this year for Ouachita. Often finds herself in size mismatches down low as a slashing guard. But it doesn't matter if she has the size mismatch or the numbers mismatch. She's usually going to find a way to get a good look or at least draw contact. Shot from Scott, nothing but net. Watson looking for the pass inside, finds Winfrey over the top. It's going to be a shooting foul. That will be charged to number 21, Peyton Jones. And now the crowd falls to a hush as Winfrey attempts two at the line, her first off the mark. This one will rattle around, but Winfrey gets the shooter's roll. And now we have substitution as Grayson Williams checks in. As Northwestern inbounds the ball, I do see Ouachita softball head coach Jeff Jackson and some of his players on the other side. Kendall, yesterday, Ouachita picking up its first win of the young season in a doubleheader against Delta State. That was over at Feaster Park due to weather, but a big win for the Tigers. Meanwhile, Joey Babel with a big steal. Can't finish with the right hand, and now we have a foul called on Grayson Williams. Plenty of other teams for Ouachita in attendance today. Ouachita football just to our right, and then, as has been the case many times, hold on, we've got a foul called on Joey Babel. That's going to earn some boos from Ouachita football and Ouachita volleyball, who are both in attendance. They saw all ball. That is Babel's fourth personal foul of the game. So she will check out at this time. Jones in transition, Tipton can't get the call. Shot from deep. It's off to the left and will not go. Grayson Williams tightly guarded by Frame. Frame's got to be careful though. She's got 4 personal fouls. Madeline Tipton finding Laney Mears. Williams getting it underneath to Tipton from the mid-range. Nothing but net. That's a tough setup to beat, and the Tigers' lead is back up to double digits. Miscommunication between Craig and Scott. You can tell that frustration is setting in perhaps for Northwestern, and that's going to take us to a timeout here. 6:43 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Your score, Ouachita 66, Northwestern Oklahoma State 56. You're watching Tiger basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. But before we go, we do have a sideline report from Brody Kriegel. Brody's making his way over there. Looks like he's just about ready to go. Brody, take it away.
Thank you, Chase. I'd like to go ahead and talk about the Ouachita women's team. Despite previously being on a 5-game losing streak, we saw on Thursday and here today what looks like a totally different women's basketball team, playing against tougher opponents, and here today against the number 18 ranked team in the country with only 3 losses all year. They've given it their all. We are witnessing a new team with a new drive and new passion. That's all I got for you, Chase. This has been Brody Kriegel, signing off.
Thank you, Brody. Just 6:43 remaining. And Ouachita has Northwestern Oklahoma State on high upset alert.
That was close.
Kendall, when you look at the last 5 minutes or so, we've really seen the body language change for Northwestern. You can see the frustration setting in because although the Rangers have done some things right, the shots haven't been falling the way that they wanted them to, but also they've been committing more turnovers here after controlling the ball so well in the third quarter of play.
Well, Chase, I don't think that Northwest thought that they were going to get this type of basketball team in Ouachita. I know the last game that they played each other when they went to Oklahoma, Ouachita was down 9-34 at one point in that ball game. They just never could find their footing in that ball game. Here, you know, they come to town and it's a different story.
Tipton pulling up from the corner. It's short. Scott secures the board for the Rangers. Still time for Northwestern to operate and try to get back into this ball game, but Ouachita got plenty of momentum to start out the final period. Frame kicks it out. Northwestern wants to reset. Craig trying to decide which way to go. Pass is deflected and stolen away. Grayson Williams. Numbers mismatch. Laney Mears open for three. Can't hit the tray, but Ouachita does secure the offensive board. Great pass over the top to Abby Harrison, and it results in a foul. You can see there Samantha Watson securing the board. Good court vision there from Madeline Tipton. Even though it's a numbers mismatch, Abby Harrison has the clear height advantage in the post.
32, Abby Harrison.
She can't sink the first one. She does have 4 points on the day. Can't make it 5. Bit of a collision for the ball, but Northwestern does secure the rebound. Shot from deep. Short off the front rim. It's going to be an and one for Faith Simpson. Tough to really do anything in that situation. Grayson Williams going to be charged with the foul. Now we'll see Fairless check back in for Abby Harrison. Simpson, it's been a struggle at the line today, 0 for 3. Finally making her first. Simpson, just 11 points in the game. She's averaging over 22 points per game for the year. Fairless trying to make a move, and feet working against her that time as it'll be a turnover for the Tigers, and Northwestern takes over possession. This game still far from over. Northwestern, one of the top offenses in the GAC and the country, going to add on to here courtesy of Faith Simpson. Now we're going to have a timeout called by Ouachita as Coach Robert Dallimore doesn't like what he sees. So with 5:11 remaining in the game, your score, Ouachita 66, Northwestern 61. You're watching Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
.511 remaining in the game, and your score is Ouachita 66, Northwestern 61. The Tigers have the Rangers on full upset alert. But Northwestern looking to make a comeback. That's going to make things a little more difficult. Lainey Mears has another triple in this game. That is her 4th make from deep. Frame wanting to say right back at you, but cannot convert. Got a foul called on what should be Scott. Indeed it is. That is her 2nd personal foul, following up that technical foul at the end of the 3rd quarter. Inbound to Joey Babel. Swings it over to Lainey Mears. Mears swings it to Winfrey. Tipton inside. Stolen away by Scott. Craig in transition for the Rangers. Trying to switch hands and almost resulted in a turnover. Reverse lay-in from Peyton Jones. That'll cut the lead to 6. And Ouachita looking for a 3 from Tipton. It's short. Trying to save it. That's Winfrey. Some of the Ouachita football team calling for a foul. But nothing going to be called here at this juncture. Golden opportunity for Northwestern to try and cut into this deficit. Frame wide open in the corner. She opts to drive in, and it's the smart decision as she gets the 2. And all of a sudden, it's just a 4-point lead for the Tigers. Mears thought about pulling up from the logo. Finds Winfrey in the corner for 3. Strong to the right side. Babel with the board. Looking to find Fairless. Instead, backdoor cut from Lainey Mears, and she finishes from the left block. Plenty of excitement to go around as the ball is stolen away by Lainey Mears. Strong rejection from Scott, but she got plenty of Mears in the process, and that's going to result in a 3rd personal foul. There you can see it again, going right down on top of the head of Lainey Mears. And now we're going to have a review of some kind. And that is going to result in a technical foul. And that is on none other than Faith Simpson. She had been visibly frustrated, said something that the official didn't like, and she is going to pay the price. And now we're going to take a look at the review on this last foul, as there was some strong contact from Paige Scott. As soon as we have a ruling, we will get it to you. Looks like this is going to be a review to see if this foul is indeed flagrant. Now, it is worth noting that Paige Scott did get charged with a technical foul for throwing the ball at Grayson Fairless earlier in the game at the end of a play. As the officials tried to perceive what her intentions were in this play, you have to think that that will be taken into account. And Kendall, that's why it's key to keep your composure in the full 40 minutes of these games, because you never know when decisions, good or bad, could come back to play a factor in later decisions.
Absolutely, and they're not out of this ball game. It's 71-65. They still have a lot of time left with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. That was just careless mistakes right there by Northwestern.
Two technical fouls inflicted by poor sportsmanship, both physical and verbal. And now the officials are discussing whether or not we're going to see a flagrant foul on this last one from Scott. If it is a flagrant, that's going to be the day for her because she does already have the technical foul to her name. Okay, so we just got a confirmation from the official. It's an intentional foul from Scott. Follow that up with a technical foul from Faith Simpson. And she is now having to sit on the bench for Northwestern. So a golden opportunity here for the Tigers to pad on to the lead.
Number 22, Lady Mears.
First shot is good. And so is the second. Now another opportunity for Mears following the intentional foul. Make it 3 in a row. She'll look to go 4 for 4. She's perfect. And that is going to earn raucous applause from both the student athletes here in the building and also from the rest of the crowd at Bill Vining Arena. It's now a double-digit lead for the Rangers. In a game like this, every decision, whether it's play-related or character-related, can have an effect. We're seeing that on full display right now. Lainey Mears kicks it to the corner. Williams, pass inside, mid-range J, rims in and out for Grayson Fairless, but Ouachita fights for the board. Babel does lose the ball on a 5-second violation. That was a good double team there from the Rangers, Kendall.
And if I'm Northwest, to win this lead back, I have to do stuff like that. I just have to hold off on the mistakes.
Jones doing her best there just to throw up the best shot possible while drawing the contact. She's going to the line for 2 regardless.
That's her third personal foul. Ouachita's 15th foul of the period. Stepping in for Ouachita, number 2, Aubrey Winfrey. Stepping out, number 24, Gracie Williams. Shooting for Northwestern, number 21, Jones.
Jones' first shot at the line is in without any trouble. The hometown kid looking to sink another one. Bounces off the front of the rim, hits the backboard, and is in to make this a single-digit lead for Ouachita once again. And now we'll see the Rangers go for the full press. Finds a way around the defenders. Ouachita has the numbers advantage on the other end of the floor. Fearless finishes from just inside the right block. And it's once again a double-digit lead for Ouachita. Rangers will have to move with urgency if they want to have a chance. Shot from deep. Rangers needed it. And who steps up but Tegan Jones? Jones going to do it again. She's got 5 in a matter of seconds, and now we've got a timeout called by Robert Dallimore. That's going to give us a good chance to catch our breath around Bill Vining Arena with 2:02 remaining in the ball game. Your score is Ouachita 77, number 18 Northwestern 72. You're watching Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Kendall, it's a 5-point lead right now for the underdog Tigers. but it could have just been a 1-point lead, but an intentional foul and a technical foul lead to 4 freebies for Lainey Mears. Full court press again from the Rangers. Washita gets it up to the front court. Watson keeps it alive, but not enough, as there at the end of the play, it does just hit the baseline. On this next possession, Northwestern with a golden opportunity to make this a 1-possession lead for the Tigers. This game has had it all. Drama, excellent basketball, excellent shooting at times as well, and even a little bit of defense. Reverse lay-in results in the bucket and the foul from Frame. She is fired up, and rightfully so, as she has a chance to make this a 2-point ball game. The Rangers showing that never say die attitude that makes them one of the top 25 teams in the country. And Washita trying to hang on for the upset. Only one side can prevail. Washita opting to slow down the tempo a little bit here. Rangers going for the double team, trying to swipe the ball away. Winfrey's open in the corner, finds Lainey Mears cross court, almost shoots from the West Rock logo, instead shoots from just inside the arc. Watson's right there for the board. Mears kicks it out to Winfrey. Now we have an intentional foul.
To the line for the Tigers, number 13, Joey Babel.
Babel steps up to the line in a key situation in this game, misses the first. The former BB Badger looking to make it a 1-for-2 trip to the line. And she does so. Sinks it without any trouble. The pressure is still on Northwestern, although the Rangers have applied some counter pressure here in the final few minutes. It is just a 2-possession game. Drive by Frame, able to get the bucket. And it's now just a 2-point lead for the Tigers. Washita having to avoid a turnover. Now we'll have the intentional foul called. It'll be charged to number 20, Tegan Jones.
Shooting 2 for Washington, number 13, Joey.
So Joey Babel back to the line.
And Chase, these free throws will be big. Looks like another mistake by the Rangers. I think we were looking for the lane violation when we had the ball, but
officials are not going to make a ruling here. This is one of those games where you have to be very careful about every decision that you make, because as we've seen, they can lead to good or bad consequences depending on which side you're on. Babel clutch from the line with a 4-point lead, trying to upset the number 18 team in the country. Shot is offline. Craig can't save it. Runs face first, or I should say knee first, into some teammates.
And to a teammate who's already injured. That is Kalia Thomas, number 10, who usually will start for the Rangers, but she's been out with injury, limping at the beginning of the game, or pregame rather.
Washita really has the Rangers with their backs against the wall at this point. Abby Harrison stepping up for 2 more crucial free throws down the stretch. Earlier in the game, Harrison went 0 for 2 at the line. She's only attempted 11 free throws for the entire season. And she sinks her first here. Lucky number 7 of the campaign for Harrison. She's shooting just over 50% for the year. And that number's going to improve. A perfect 2 for 2 when the Tigers needed it most. Shot clock dead. Almost a traveling violation for Craig, and it results in a turnover anyways. The fans are fired up. They know they're about to witness history. No option for Northwestern but to foul.
Now, Northwestern number 1, Carly Craig. That is her third personal foul. Shooting 2 for Washington, number 13, Joey Babel.
Babel steps up to the line in another key spot. First shot, no trouble. Nothing but net for the sophomore guard from BB. Babel now up to 14 points for the game and wanting to add on. She's now 5 for 6 from the line, 15 total points. And we're going to have a timeout called by Northwestern, but Kendall, we're going to stay right here because Ouachita, the end of the tunnel is in sight. On the cusp of an upset of the number 18 team in the country. What a statement win this would be for Ouachita.
Absolutely, and those girls have been fighting hard, coming off a win versus Southwestern, leading into another win versus Northwestern. I think that looks pretty good on our record.
It does. Back-to-back top 4 wins in the GAC if the result stands, and for a Ouachita team that's right on the fringes of tournament contention, every win counts.
Absolutely, and with 17 seconds left, I don't want to jinx us, but anything can happen. We've seen some crazy situations. Ouachita needs to play solid these last 17 seconds, hold off on the fouls, make our free throws. We know Northwestern is going to try to foul us. Make our free throws and just play smart here at the very end.
This is the point in the broadcast where Chris Gay would likely remind me of the Tracy McGrady 13 points in 35 seconds. Hopefully we don't see those kinds of heroics here today. Northwestern's been struggling a bit here in the final quarter of play, but again, there's a reason this team is one of the top 20 that the nation has to offer. Rangers, despite things not going their way, they fought hard. But Ouachita playing one of its strongest games of the year. Pass inside to Jones, right-handed finish. Exactly 10 seconds left on the clock. Timeout, coach, called by Coach Robert Dallimore. That is the final timeout of the game for either side, at least in regulation. Again, though, Kendall, you have to be very careful here because it's now a 6-point lead. That's 2 3-pointers away from forcing overtime.
And again, like I've been saying, playing smart here at the very end. Like you said, 6-point lead, 2-possession ball game. We can't have any mistakes. We can't have any turnovers right here with 10 seconds left in the game.
Ouachita struggled from the line in the first half. They went 1 for 6 as a team from the charity stripe. That has not been the case here in the second half of play. The Tigers are now 18 of 27 from the line. Shooting 67% as a team, and down the stretch, they've needed the crucial free throws of Joey Babel as well as Abby Harrison. Laney Mears has also sunk 6 free throws off of technical fouls and intentional fouls. And it all comes down to this, Ouachita needing the inbound. Easier said than done. Babel's got the ball. Northwestern is going to foul. The Rangers want to provide every opportunity possible to try and win this game. The odds stacked in Ouachita's favor as Northwestern doesn't have a timeout left, so they can't advance the ball past midcourt. Meanwhile, Babel misses her second free throw in 7 tries. She's money on the second, though. It's a 7-point lead for Ouachita Northwestern going to try and make up the deficit just a little bit. Right-handed finish on the left side. It's a 5-point lead. Ouachita with the inbound. We're still going to see an intentional foul. Northwestern again playing whistle to whistle in this game. Unless we see something unprecedented here, Ouachita is going to hang on for the victory. And who else but Laney Mears to put this game on ice. First shot rattles around, but is no trouble for the guard from Bologna. Second is down as well. There is the inbound to Craig. She throws up a half-court shot. David slings the little rock, and down goes the Giant. Ouachita upsets number 18, Northwestern Oklahoma State, 87-80. A landmark victory for Ouachita and a landmark weekend for the Tigers as they take down two of the top 4 teams in the Great American Conference in the span of 3 days. And Kendall, wins don't get much bigger than this.
Absolutely. Those girls came out, stuck to a game plan. I think they perfected that game plan all week in practice, and it showed this afternoon, taking down the number 18 team in the country.
Northwestern, it wasn't a perfect game, but the Rangers showing why they are one of the top 20 teams that the country has to offer coming into this game. They had that fighting spirit that has been with them throughout the season. Even though the odds were stacked against them, they were playing whistle to whistle, did everything to try and keep themselves in the ball game. But in the end, the Tigers proving to be too much. And there's going to be something a little bit sweeter about this victory walk through the crowd at Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita celebrating one of the biggest wins at Bill Vining Arena in recent memory, being greeted by the Ouachita volleyball team, forming a little bit of a tunnel there into the crowd. So many great performances to speak of in this game. Kendall, immediately coming to mind is Laney Mears, clutch from the free throw line, 8 for 8 from the line on free throws today. 22 points in total, leading either team. Joey Babel was also clutch from the line, going 16 points, 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. She almost had a double-double with 8 boards. It's worth mentioning, too, she is the smallest player on the floor. No small feat there for the guard from BB. And then Madeline Tipton, excellent as well. 14 points, 3 three-pointers made. Mears had 4 triples to her name. So many great things to talk about in this game. And really, when you boil it down, this was just a complete team effort to come away with a victory against one of the best programs, not only in the GAC, but in all of Division II.
Absolutely. They need to carry this on into the next coming games. This is a big win for our team. This is a big win for our program, and we need to, again, like I said, carry it on. I know Laney Mears has to feel good. Going 1 for 10 last game. Here coming up big tonight with 22 points. And then, like you said, Joey Babel with 15 points, almost having a double-double. That is huge in our guard play. And our guard play has been solid the last 2 games, with Samantha Watson last game having 14 points, Joy Babel this game having 15 points. Keeping it up, keeping it rolling for the Tigers. Big win today.
Well, now we are getting ready to talk with Coach Robert Dallimore, fresh off of Ouachita's landmark upset victory over Northwestern Oklahoma State, making it 2 in a row at Bill Vining Arena. And here is the man of the hour, Coach Robert Dallimore. Coach, congratulations on defeating the number 18 team in the program and one of the top programs in the GAC.
Well, let me give God all the glory, honor, and praise. I'm not the man. All I'm doing is sitting over there. Kids played incredibly hard. And they just have a willingness to fight for each other and stay together. And, you know, we've had some bumpy roads. And we've had, you know, and we got a lot of challenges ahead. But for today was our day. They're so well coached, and they've got such a good team. But we played, we played really well. And, we needed to see a W on Thursday to give us a little confidence. And so I think that was kind of big for us. We got a little confidence from winning Thursday. And I know we got a nice team. It's just sometimes, you got a nice team and you just don't, it just doesn't all come together. And then today it came together. But you see why they're ranked 18th in the country. They do not go away.
They do not.
And they're so well coached, and they're so, they play so hard, and they're so skilled. And today I was proud of the girls. We finished at the end. We shot free throws kind of bad for a while, but when we had to, we stepped up. Abby hit some, Joey hit some. Lainey, of course, she's going to hit them. And so, we did a lot of good stuff. Hey, before I forget, let me tell my son tonight, they're trying to make the state tournament. So in Rome, Georgia. Let's go, Caleb. Hey, Marissa. But let's go tonight. Let's get a W.
Well, hopefully there will be multiple big wins, Coach, in the Dallimore family today, as there's already one, but love to see another one on there too, a run to the Georgia State tournament. Coach, congratulations on this big win.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Enjoy it with the team.
Thanks. I will.
That was Coach Robert Dallimore after a landmark victory for the Ouachita Tigers. Final score, Ouachita 87, Northwestern Oklahoma State, the number 18 team in the country, 80. Ouachita gets another one at home at Bill Vining Arena, and the men's team, they're going to be looking to do the same here in just a few moments. You can catch that stream right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The Rangers on the men's side, also top 3 in the conference. So it'll be another big game for the Tigers. And again, the action will be right here on OSDN. But at least for the time being, on behalf of my color commentator, Kendall Gibbons, and everyone here at the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, this is Chase Hartzell signing off. We'll see you in a few minutes. Go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.